This next set of videos will work on improving our strength for the muscles in our back and in and around our back. So it's really important in order to have pain-free movement in our back that we have both improved mobility and also improved strength. So if you haven't yet, make sure to check out our mobility video in order to have the best results. So our first exercise that we'll be doing is called a dead bug, which Jennifer is familiar with. So what we're going to do is lie on our back on a yoga mat, and we're going to bend our knees to 90 degrees and our hips to 90 as well. And then we're going to hold our hands straight above our head. We're also going to lift our head off the back of the floor. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Now, if you can't hold it for 30 seconds, we suggest starting with maybe 10 or 15 seconds and then gradually building it up until you're comfortable with the 30 seconds. So this is the beginner version. When you're very happy that you can hold the beginner version for 30 seconds, then you can progress to a more difficult version, which is moving your arms and legs during the dead bug position. So Jennifer is just showing now how to move your arms and legs, so you're just straightening one arm out and then straightening the opposite leg out at the same time. And similarly, we're just going to do this for 30 seconds and then you can take a rest. So for this exercise, you do whichever version, the beginner, the more hard version, for 30 seconds, take a little rest and then do it for 3 sets in total. This next exercise is called an ITY, which is a great strengthening exercise for your upper back and also the muscles in and around your shoulders. So Jennifer is going to start on her stomach with her head and her forehead resting on the floor. She's going to lift up into an I and then into a T with her elbow straight and then into a Y. So you can see she's only moving into each position for about a second at a time. She's bringing her hands back down and then she's going on to the next position. So once you've done each letter first, that's 1 rep, and you need to do 10 reps in total. Take a little bit of a break and then repeat that twice. So 3 sets in total. this exercise, we're going to do what's called upper back extensions, which is a great exercise for strengthening the muscles in and around your upper back. So it is a little bit more difficult than the other exercises we've done. So if you're someone who has quite poor mobility, we wouldn't recommend starting with this exercise. Maybe you could return to it when you're more comfortable with the other exercises in this video. So Jennifer is going to demonstrate for us. You're going to lay on your stomach and you're going to squeeze your core muscles so that you're only using your upper back. She has her hands behind her ears and she's just going to lift her chest off the floor, hold for a second and return down. So you're going to do 10 of these, take a bit of a break and then go back. So you're going to do 3 sets in total. In this video, we're going to do what's called a trap row or a trapezoid row, which helps to strengthen your traps, which are a big group of muscles down your back, especially in your upper back. So what we're going to use in this video is a resistance band. So they're color coded, where yellow is one of the lightest colors and then it goes up in order. So we're going to start with the light one, as you should, and then when the light one gets too easy, you can add more resistance by going with one of the more difficult colors. So in order to use this, we've just put it around a door. So it's just a straight band looped around the door handle. Make sure you're using something that's nice and sturdy that you can put weight on and that isn't going to break. So Jennifer is going to show you now how to do this exercise. So she's going to grasp both sides of the resistance band. She's going to step forward until she feels a little bit of resistance. She's going to squeeze her core muscles and lean forward a tiny bit. So the only thing you want moving is your shoulders. You don't want your lower back or your legs moving. And then she's going to bend her arms. She's imagining like she's squeezing my hand behind her shoulder blades. So you really want to feel like your shoulder blades are coming together during this. So you're bending your elbows back as much as you can, squeezing your shoulder blades back and in together. And you're going to do 10 reps of this in total. Then you're going to take a little break and go back and do 2 more sets. So 3 sets in total. This exercise is a great exercise for strengthening the muscles in the sides of your core. So we all know about our core muscles at the front, but did you know that there's also muscles at the side of our core which are really important in general strength and in helping to reduce back pain as well. So before we start, it's important to mention that you need to be able to do this movement without weight first, painless, before you add in any sort of weight. So Jennifer is just going to start with 1.5 kilo dumbbells. She's going to squeeze her core as much as she can, and then she's just going to go from side to side, down as far as is comfortable, and then over to the other side. So we're doing 10 reps here on each side, so 20 reps in total. Take a little bit of a break, and then 3 sets. As this gets easier, you can progress by slowly increasing the weight, making sure that it's still quite comfortable as you do so. So this last exercise in this series is called a glute bridge, which some of you might be familiar with. So the glutes are a big group of muscles in and around our bum or at the top of our legs, and they're really important for supporting our back and for reducing pain in our back during movement as well. So the easiest version, or our first progression, is with both of your knees bent quite close up towards your bum. You're going to squeeze your core muscles, and then Jennifer is going to slowly lift her hips off the floor and then come back down. So going nice and slow is really important in this exercise to get the most out of the efficiency of the exercise. So Jennifer is going to do 10 reps and then take a little break and then do 3 sets in total. This is the easiest version, so a way of progressing this, making it more difficult, would be to straighten your legs out more, as Jennifer has just done, and then repeating the same movement, making sure that your core stays tightened throughout. An even more difficult progression would be to lift one knee up into the air. But you should only do this if you're quite comfortable with the first 2 progressions.